All right. Awesome. Okay, let's get started. We're going to begin by sitting up nice and straight in our seat. Okay, yeah, there we go. So you can see my feetsies. You want to sit up nice and straight, have your feet about hips width apart. Take your two fists, press them together, look down in between your legs, and you should see a nice capital H. Okay, so your legs are parallel, your feet are flat on the floor. Good job. As we sit up taller, we're going to just tuck the belly in, allow for our mid body to rise up. And the way we do that is we just either bring the belly forward or back just so that we're straight. We should feel our the lowest part of our spine just anchoring down into the seat. And then as we sit up taller, we feel our rib cage keep us up. So the belly lifts up the rib cage. This way you're not using your shoulders. In fact, let's roll those shoulders away from the ears. Give your shoulders permission, okay, to just relax. And you can bring your hands to the top of your thighs, or you can have your hands down by your side. It's really your choice. And if you like, you can close the eyes. Might help you to just tune into your body a little bit as you listen. And I just want you to be mindful about everything that you do in this class, and even every choice that you choose to not make when it comes to your poses is all for your greater good. Okay? Just keep that in mind. Every pose, every breath is just as it should be. There's nothing that you have to do to earn the next breath or be a certain way. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be good enough for you. And as you relax a little bit more, allow your body to just sink into the seat. And we're really just allowing for that lower body to be released, letting go of any stress, any tension. Relax the thighs, relax the feet. And take about 4 breaths. And just like these are the breaths, like I arrived, I am here, I arrived. Anything that's on your mind, just let it go on the exhale. If it doesn't serve you for this practice, and just breathe. One more breath. We're going to take our chin and we're going to bring it down to our chest. Remember, keep the body upright. You can keep the eyes closed here if you like, chin to the chest. And just feel the nape of your neck decompress as you bring your chin closer towards your chest line. And take a breath in. And then on the next exhale, lean your head to the right so that your ears by your right shoulder. Relaxing your left shoulder down just a little bit more. And take about 4 breaths to just feel the length of your neck. Breathe in and breathe out. Chin comes back down to the chest. And we're going to bring our left ear to our left shoulder. And just stay here for about 4 breaths as well. Chin back down to the chest and roll over. Just go roll back and forth. 1 breath, 1 movement, left to right. And when you start to feel your neck loosen up, sit up a little bit taller, roll those shoulders back, and then do a couple of more rolls. And then come back to center and bring your head up. Take the gaze up. Okay, I'm gonna move my body just so you can see, but you can keep your body where it is. So take the gaze up, chin goes up to the ceiling, roll the shoulders back away from the ears, open the heart up wide. Inhale and breathe in, and then on the exhale, reverse. Bring the belly in, sinking it in. Navel touches the spine and pushes the spine back towards the chair or back towards the back wall, chin to the chest. Inhale up, chest rises. This is our cow pose. Exhale, belly sinks. This is our scared cat. Think of a scared cat, the back just kind of sits up. And do this 4 times, matching the breath to the movement as you start to just loosen up that lower back body, that chest, the neck, inverting the neck from where it was before. So you're going up and down this time instead of left and right. Make sure that each breath matches the movement in some way so that you're not holding the breath. That's all. I just don't want you holding the breath. Awesome. And then come back to center. Beautiful. We're going to bring our hands down by the sides and lift up our shoulders by our ears. Roll the shoulders back away from the ears. Inhale up, exhale, shoulders back. 2 more times. And then reverse. Bring those shoulders up and then down. 4 times in all. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's go in and bring our arms up, reaching them high overhead. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. That's really important. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. And take the gaze up, bring the chin up, look up, gaze up. Then breathe in, mountain pose, seated mountain pose. And just stay there for a moment. Really feel the extension of your rib cage into your chest. And then exhale, bring the arms down by the side. Inhale, arms rise, reach up, lift up overhead. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Gaze is up. And exhale, arms come down again. By the sides, 2 more times. Arms rise up and come down by the side. All right, we're going to bring it up one more time, but this time when we do, we're going to interlace the fingers, press the palms up towards the ceiling, roll the shoulders again away from the ears, sit up a little bit taller in our seat, and we're going to lean to the right, pivot open the left shoulder, and gaze is up. Come back to center, lean to the left, pivot, open that right shoulder, gaze is up. Come back to center, and now let's just relax those arms, bring those arms down slowly and steady, matching the breath. Beautiful, and shake it out. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, and shake it out. All right, let's take our arms, roll them. Well, don't say roll them, but bring them up, roll the shoulders away from the ears. Hands are pressed down. They're like flat. They're facing the ground. Breathe in and breathe out. Take your right fingertips, wiggle them. Bring your right fingertips to the top of your shoulder. Take your left arm and come underneath. Excuse me, 1 second. Sorry, guys. Somebody gave me flowers. I apologize. I do not know who they are yet. All right, arms open up. Extend the arms out. All right, and bring the hands down by the side. Beautiful. Arms come back up. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Wiggle the left fingertips. Take the left fingertips, place it on top of the right shoulder. Take the right hand and go underneath. Go ahead, you can see. And continue to hold yourself and just hug yourself. Keep the elbows away from the chest. And breathe. And then let the hands come back down by the sides and shake it out. All right, let's go through our first flow of the class. Arms rise, reach up, lift up, overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Stay down here for this moment in this forward fold. I just want you to really let all your weight fall onto your thighs. Okay, chin to the chest. And shake your head back and forth. Relax and breathe. And let it all go. It's really good every now and then to just shake up the blood so that what it's doing is it's cleansing. It's moving around, it's cleansing. We just don't want to stay down here too long. So shake your head yes and no, press your feet into the ground, and we're going to come up through that half lift, flat back, and I just want you to pause there. And then bring the hands up and bring them forward. Fingers and hands are parallel, they're facing each other, squeezing the core. Really try to use the abdomen to help you stay up. And then exhale, come down, belly to the chest, and take the hands and bring them behind you. All right, now you can just set them on your back, or you can lift up, interlacing the fingers. And breathe. 2 more breaths. And then exhale, just let those arms unwind and come down and shake them out. All right, inhale, come up, lift up, squeezing that core, rising up into mountain pose. Back bend slightly if it's in your practice. And then exhale and bring your hands down by your side. Inhale, arms rise, reach up, lift up, overhead. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to do 2 more of these after this one. So 4 in all. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise, lifting up through the body, gazes up. Exhale, hands come down by the side or through the heart center. 2 more. This one, I'm just going to do the breath. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. And exhale. The last one, I'm just going to demo. You can do it on your own. Maybe even close your eyes and just trust yourself. But if you need to look at me, I'm here. Beautiful. Yes. And then bring those hands down by the side and shake it out. All right, let's toe heel the feet together. Make one nice long leg, like a little tree stump. Okay, bring the hands to heart center. And breathe. We're going to take our body and we're going to pivot it over towards the right. Come back to center. And then pivot towards the left. Come back to center. Pivot towards the right. And then just take your hands and place them on the outside of your right leg. Your other hand can go onto your seat. And then look over your shoulder. Okay, we have that nice stump to press our hand into, and we're looking over that shoulder. Bring those hands back to heart center in that palm pressing position, but keep your body over towards the right and then just come down, resting your left elbow either on top of your knee or on top of your thigh or hooking over the opposite thigh. So that left elbow is going to hook over the right if it can. If you can't, just wherever it goes is fine. Remember what I said when we started class, whatever choices you make are for your best interest. You know you're making them for a reason. Okay, so just do what you can, but take the gaze up and look up over that right shoulder. For this class, we're going to do mostly 4-count breaths. Squeeze the core, come back up. And then come back to center, pivoting our body slowly until we come back center, still having our tree stump, right? So our legs are still together. Palms are still pressed. And then we're going to pivot over towards the left. Come back to center. Pivot over towards the right. Come back to center. Pivot over towards the left. And drop the hands to the outside of the left leg, bringing your left hand to the chair, looking over that left shoulder. You're going to use this opposite hand for resistance to help you twist a little bit more into the pose. Bring the hands to heart center, still looking over towards the left, and then just drop that elbow down. So the right elbow now finds a home on either thigh or it hooks over and gazes up. And breathe. Come back up, squeezing the core. Pivot back to center. Beautiful. Take the hands, lift them up, come into Thunderbolt. Cross the thumbs down, then cross all the fingers except for the index finger so you have like a shooting gun. Squeeze the biceps by the ears, roll the shoulders away from the ears, and look up. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze the belly, press your feet more into the ground. Seated Thunderbolt. And then hands come back to heart center. Lift them back up, come back into seated Thunderbolt again. This time when you take the gaze up, I really want you to look up, roll those shoulders back, and then you're gonna lean to your right. You can keep your gaze forward, looking at the screen, looking at me. Keep those biceps to the ears, even squeeze them a little bit more. Come back to center. And then we're gonna lean over to the left, squeeze just a little bit more. Continue to keep the gaze at me. Come back to center. Hands come back down through heart center and shake it out. And you can open up the legs, coming back into hips width apart. Beautiful, beautiful, good job. All right, arms are up, reach up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands in front of you. Wiggle the right fingertips. Sky flip the right hand. Take that left hand, plop it underneath, and then pull back just gently, just enough that you start to feel a mild to moderate sensation on that wrist. And breathe into your hand. Maybe even close your eyes and imagine that your breath can reach your hand. Breathe in and out, and then start to do your rotations on each finger, but don't hold the breath. This will help open up the whole body. And then press back one last time. And then rotate the hands and the wrists all the way down. Beautiful. Arms rise, reach up, lift up, overhead. Exhale, bring the hands down in front of you again. Wiggle the left fingertips. Take that left hand, sky flip that palm. Take the right hand and come underneath. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Breathe in and breathe out, and then pull back on that hand. And just keep breathing, and then begin your rotations on each finger. Just loosening the hand, loosening the finger. Finally, until you get to the last. And then bring the full hand out. Remember that breath, mind you, imagine it can go to the hand and then rotate. That's what I'm talking about. All right, and then shake it out. All right, let's go through a flow. All right, because we're going to start to transition. We're going to do a little bit more stuff with our bellies. We're going to start to transition down. All right, so arms rise, reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, chin to the chest. Inhale, half lift, flat back, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise, reach up, lift up overhead. All right, and then bring the hands down by the side. All right, let's take our hands up and we're just going to come in for a swoop to the right, come back up, swoop to the left, up we go, swoop to the right, come back up, swoop to the left. Inhale, exhale. This next swoop, you're going to stay just where you are and then allow for your hands to be in this fly away kind of position. Now, you know, if you're up here, that's fine with your wrist just on the outside of your knee. Or if you're feeling a little more flexible, you can come down by your elbow. It's your choice. All right, come back up. The opposite arm, fly away on the left side this time. Come back up, fly away on the right. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, back to the left. Squeeze that core, come back up, and then to the right. Inhale, exhale. And then come back up to center. And then bring your hands to the tops of your thigh. Open up the legs this time. All right, so we did the legs closed and we kind of were in the middle. So now we're going to open up. We're going to start to open up the thighs. So let's bring the chest up, pressing up like we're back bending slightly, and then roll forward. And press the belly up. Exhale, forward we go. Inhale up. Forward we go. All right. Last one. But this time I only want you to come halfway up. Keep your hands on top of your thighs. All right. And you're going to take your right elbow and I just want you to kind of crick it towards the center. Then your left. All right. So you get that sensation of that feeling, right? So come back to the right. We're going to crick it and we're going to come down. And we're going to press our hand to the inside of that thigh and we're going to extend out that arm. And breathe. Come back up. Let's do the other or the left. So take that shoulder and then down we go. And we arm press. Come back up. And we're going to come back to the middle and then up again. We breathing in and out. All right. So come back to center, toe heel the feet. Coming back into center and let's go through a flow. Arms rise, reach up, lift up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise, gaze is up, hands come down by the side and shake it out. All right, let's start to move down to the legs. So let's take our hands, scoop up on the right knee. All right, if you want to keep your toe on the ground, you can. Otherwise, it can hover. And just for a second, just sit there. Feel the weight just kind of fall into your knee. And as this happens, right, what you're going to see is that you're going to feel, so what you're going to see is that your back is going to kind of cave. It's going to kind of protrude out. Your belly is going to cave in and the weight is going to fall from your knee into your hands. Chin to the chest. This is just because of the weight of the knee pressing into the hands. Slowly squeeze the belly, lift up, and then bring, and I'm going to pivot back around. You're going to bring that knee to the inside of your arm. on the right side. This is so that you can breathe, okay? Step a little bit taller. And then we're going to do the reverse again, letting the weight fall into our hands, chin to the chest. It's sort of like a seated cat-cow, except that we're including this thing with our hands, this resistance. All right, and come back up. And this time, take your foot and lay it on top of the opposite thigh. Now, if your leg is up like this, that's fine. Just kind of rock back and forth and ease into the pose. All right. There we go. Awesome. All right. So sit up a little bit taller in your seat. Take your hands, lift them up overhead, pivot your body over towards the right, and then drop your hands to the outside of the right leg. So your knee is where your left hand is, and then your right hand can either dangle or it can be on the seat, or you can give it a little extra tug. It's up to you. And we're just going to sit here for a second. Remember, if you're up like this with your knee, that's okay. And about 4 breaths we take. Come back to center. And let's just rock back and forth again. And we want to be gentle with our hips here, gentle with our body. Arms rise, reach up, pivot over towards the left, and drop your hands to the outside of the left body. The left hand comes onto the seat or dangles. And breathe. Remember, if you want to just let it dangle, you can let it dangle too. 4 breaths. Allow that to help you ease into your hips. Come back to center. Bring your hands to your heart. And you're just going to lean forward. And if you want, you can take your hands and just rest them on top of your on top of your foreleg. Your weight is going to fall into your left thigh. That's going to hold most of the weight. Just be gentle if you're laying weight on the right knee because there's no support. So that's how you're going to start to loosen the hip. So you just want to control that weight. You don't want to just drop everything down, okay? You have more support on the left side. So kind of lean into that left and then ease into the right. If you want to take your chin to your chest, you can. And if you want to take it a step further, you can actually droop your hands over the legs. If none of those are for you, just continue to sit up in the seat as you are. I'm going to go somewhere in the middle just to keep it balanced. Slowly we come up, belly, chest, and then head. And breathe. And rotate the ankle. We're going to bring our fingertips around that right knee again to gently just bring our leg back down, rotating the ankle as we come back. And you should start to feel a loosening on the right side. All right, arms rise, reach up, take our hands, and we're going to just come right around on the opposite leg. So the left leg this time we're doing. So our fingertips are going to grasp that knee. Our knee is going to allow the weight to fall into the fingertips. Our back is going to change. There's going to dome shape. Chin is into the chest. And remember, this is just like our seated cat-cow, except that we're adding this element of resistance, this element of gravity, which helps us to stretch out just a little bit more. And then squeeze the core and bring that knee up to the inner arm. And then exhale, fingertips, hold the weight. And we come back up. And this time, place that left leg or that left foot on top of the right thigh. And just rock back and forth, easing into the pose. It's just an ease. Wherever you are in this space right now is completely fine, okay? Beautiful. All right, arms come up overhead. And we're going to pivot our body to the left. This time we're going to start out on the left. Drop our hands to the outside of the left body. And about 4 breaths, we'll just sit here. And breathe. Come back up, arms lift up overhead. We're going to pivot over towards the right. Drop our hands to the outside of the right body. Remember, you can take your right hand and place it wherever you like. On the chair, it can dangle. It's your choice. Come back up, arms come up, hands come down through to heart center. And just lean forward and find that home for your arms. This time leaning more into the right and then easing into the left. Okay, so that's where we're gonna do. We're gonna come down to the right where we have the support, and then we'll ease into the left to loosen that left hip. All right, if you want to bring the chin to the chest, you can, or if you want to dangle your arms over the leg, you can do that as well. And breathe. This is our seated half pigeon. It's really important we do poses that help us to open up our hips. We can be very gentle as we do this. We can modify as we need to. Slowly come up, belly, chest, and then head. And start to rotate the ankle, your left ankle. Wrap your fingertips around the left knee again. And gently and slowly place your foot onto the ground. Beautiful. Arms rise, reach up, lift up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise, reach up, lift up overhead. Hands come down by the sides. All right, let's start to do some seated warrior poses. We're going to take our right foot and we're going to bring it like an L shape, going over and pointing towards the right side. Our left leg is straight and in line with the wall in front of us. Okay, so sit up nice and tall, and we're going to take our hands just on our hips and just try to square your body the best you can so that you're looking forward. And it's only this right leg that's kind of out of alignment. It's like this weird thing, right? Everything else is forward, but the right leg is just doing its own thing. Okay, sit up nice and tall in the seat. Take the arms, extend them out, and breathe. We're going to take our body and we're just going to pivot and come and tilt towards the right. Take our left arm, lay it on the left thigh, take the right arm and take it up to the air. You reach those fingertips high. Now you don't want your arm all the way back. Try to have it straight in line so that the wrist stacks over the elbows is stacked over the shoulder. We're gonna come back into our arms extended, completely straight. Pivot our body around. And then bring the hands to the chair. and bring our right leg to meet our left. Good job. And let's do the other side. All right, so we're going to open up now on that left side so that that left knee is pointing towards the left wall. All right, we can take our hands and we can kind of just tilt them into those hips and just try our best to square ourselves with the front of the room. Right, so we have this runaway leg on the left side, but the right is completely aligned and parallel. Take the arms out, extend them out. And then we're going to pivot around. You're really pivoting from that belly. You can adjust as you need to on your seat, just so that you're comfortable. And you're looking over to the left side. All right, take that right arm, lay it on top of the right thigh, and then take that left hand and lift it up. Beautiful. And you can look up and gaze up, or you can look over to the left. It's your choice. And just breathe. Come back. Arms come straight, still looking to the left, and then pivot back around so that you're square once again, the front of the room, and then bring your hands to the chair and bring both feet in to meet each other. All right, and just shake that out. All right, let's go over. This time we're going to open up again, but this time we're going to do a warrior two. All right, so you're going to lean back just a little bit and open up. If it's in your practice, okay? If not, you're just going to stay like this, okay? So if it's in your practice, you're going to open up that left leg. The foot is at a 45-degree angle, just like if we were standing in warrior two. You can scooch around on your chair, but I'm completely still on my chair. So you don't have to be leaning forward or partially off the chair. You can actually just really use the chair for support. Make sure that the right knee is stacked on top of the right ankle. All right, extend the arms out. Adjust that back foot so that you feel comfortable. All right, I say a 45-degree angle, but you try to find that angle that works best for you. All right, you're looking straight right now at me, but now we're going to take our head and we're going to gaze over our right fingertips. And we're looking over to the right side. Nice, strong warrior. Squeeze the core, squeeze the thighs, squeeze the glutes. Just because we're in the chair doesn't mean that we have a lazy body, right? We want to keep it completely active. Sit up a little bit taller. Rib cage lifts up into the heart. A nice, strong warrior. All right, we're going to lean forward, sky flip the right hand, and then come back. We can either place our hand on our thigh, or we can take our left hand and we can grip the chair. And now we're in reverse warrior. Gaze is up. On the next exhale, unwind those arms. Beautiful. And then bring the hands to the seat. Toe heel the feet. Come back together and shake it out. Awesome. Good job. So squeeze that core. Breathe in and breathe out and get ready and prepare yourself to come over to the other side. All right. So you can hold on to the chair and take that left leg and bring it out. So now it's out of alignment, right? It's getting ready for us. So we're in warrior one right now, our seated warrior one. Now we're going to come into our warrior two, bringing that right foot to that 45-degree angle, extending it out, getting comfortable in our seat, moving around as we need to. All right, beautiful. Extend the arms out. Warrior two. Make sure that the knee, just like on the other side, is stacked on top of the ankle. Breathe in and out, and then look over your left fingertips. Think about your fingertips as spears. Strong body. Grip your glutes. Squeeze the thighs. This is going to help us if we do it when we do standing poses, right? It gets us strong in all the right places. And then we're going to take our left hand, sky flip it, lean forward, and then reverse back, bringing our hand on our right side either to our thigh or to the chair. And then that gaze is up. Reverse warrior. Nice, peaceful warrior. And breathe. On your next exhale, unwind the arms, come back into warrior two. Bring the hands onto your chair and then toe heel your feet, come back together. Awesome. Arms rise, reach up, lift up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we're going to come up and we're going to come into standing. So you can either come up and just stand, or you can squeeze the body, lift up through the body, mountain pose. And then bring the hands down by the side and come behind your chair. Awesome. Beautiful. Let me just fix this. All right. So just have our full body, full hands inside. Great. All right. So we're standing behind our chair. Let's start with a downward dog, because we did all of that work so far on our hips. So let's just come straight into a downward dog. So take about 2 feet back and just start to walk out the knees. And then you can come down and lay your head on top of the chair. Okay. And then when you feel like you're comfortable, you can just kind of stretch out those legs. Breathe in and breathe out. And this is our downward dog. I always like to keep the knees soft and ease into anything that's a little more rigid. Try to breathe into the lowest part of the back, right where that sacrum is, down into the hamstrings. Imagine that breath can even hit your feet. And inhale and exhale and let go. Then we're going to take our hands and just grip the chair and take another step back. All right, so now we're extending out our back. Nice long back, soft knees, arms are straight. It's almost like our arms are being pulled in the opposite direction of our hips and of our legs. Breathe in and breathe out. Take the gaze up, look up, continuing to hold on to that chair. And then press the belly in, navel touches the spine, chin to the chest. And then reverse, up we go, gaze is up. And then navel back into the chest. All right, take a step forward. And then another step until we're standing behind the chair. And just breathe, mountain pose. If you want to take your arms and lift them up, or take one hand and lift them up, you can. It's your choice. So however you do mountain pose while we're in our standing poses is fine. And take our hands, bring them down to the chair, and then lift up our heels and gently lower those heels back down. Inhale and breathe in, lifting up once again, noticing the balls of your feet and how they support you. And then kind of just lean back a little bit, notice the heel, and just rock. Beautiful. So we want to keep our feet flat on the ground. We're going to actually come in and do some balancing poses. So let's start with tree. Okay, I love tree, and I think it's a good pose for us to start with. So we're going to lean over towards the right, soften the right knee. All right, you can hold on to your chair or be behind your chair. It's up to you. All right, or you don't have to hold on to the chair if you don't want to. That's okay. All right, take your left heel and place it above the ankle. All right, the left toes are still on the ground. The knee is soft on the right side. If this works for you, you can stay just like this, or you can challenge yourself if you feel like you want to go a step further and place your foot, the sole of your foot, right in between, right on that foreleg. That's that place that is not on bone. It's just on the muscle where the calf and the shin kind of wrap around on the inner leg. Okay. The other step you can do is take that foot and place it on the inner thigh. All right. So you have 3 different positions for tree. Find your position and then take your arms and allow them to be your branches. Really press into the foot on your right side. softening the knee and then extending upwards. And as you extend upwards, imagine that your hip is lifting up into the chest. Your chest is lifting up towards the shoulders and it's supporting your arms. So wherever you are with your arms is perfectly fine. Remember, when we started class, everything you do is for your best interest. Just trust yourself. Okay, so whatever that is, just trust yourself. 5 more breaths. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently place that left foot back on the ground and then just kind of lean back and forth and then shake it out. All right, let's go on over to the other side. All right. Oh, beautiful. Just kind of lean back and forth, soften the left knee this time because that's where our weight is going to go. So soften that left knee. Make sure you're holding onto your chair if you need to. Take your right heel, place it above the left ankle. Toes are on the ground. Breathe in and breathe out. Then, if you like, you can go on to whatever rung in your practice works for you, okay? So find that position that you feel most comfortable in, that's challenging, but you're not falling. Breathe in and out and extend your branches. Allow that breath to help support you. Be completely active in your muscles, pressing your foot up into your knee on the left side. So your sole of your foot braces as you lift up, strengthening the thigh, lifting up away from the rib cage. Your chest lifts up and then your branches are supported. Breathe in and out. 5 more breaths. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place that foot back down on the ground and shake it out. And if you want to let go of the chair, you can, or if you need to hold on to the chair, that's fine. But just kind of take your body and just twist left and right. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, come back behind your chair once more. Let me see how much time we have. Okay, we're doing great. So come back behind your chair once more. Come back into your mountain pose. So you're going to take your left arm and lift it up if you're holding onto the chair. If you want both hands up, you can do that. That's fine. But for this portion, we're going to start in mountain pose for the left side. Soften those knees. Breathe in and out. Roll that shoulder away from the ear. And then we're going to take our left leg and come back. So our left arm is up. Our left leg is back. Our foot is at about a 45-degree angle. We're going to just soften the right knee so that we're stacked. Knee stacked on top of ankle, warrior 1. Bump your right hip back, bring that left hip forward. Make sure you're squaring your hips with the chair. Then open up into warrior 2. We did this in our chair, so we're prepared for it, right? So that arm comes back, the left arm goes to the left. The right hand is either on top of the chair holding on to it or both hands are extended, okay? Look over your right shoulder, sit a little bit lower into that pose. And now those same muscles that we activated before, let's reactivate them now standing. So squeeze the hips, squeeze that belly, squeeze the glutes, lift up through that chest and allow for that strength to show. Fingertips are like spears, warrior 2. Lean forward, sky flip that hand, reverse warrior. Now, if you're holding on to the chair, your fingertips are just at the tippity edge of that chair, okay? If you can stay stable as you're standing like this, this is what it looks like, reverse warrior. Hand is not on any joint, so the hand is on the thigh, okay? Unwind those arms, come back into warrior 2. Okay, you can bring your hand back onto the chair. Left arm, twist over, twist our whole body. Both hands come back to the chair and we Bring our left foot to meet our right. Awesome. Breathe in and out. Now let's do a 1-2 step back and come into that downward dog, because we just did the left side and then we're going to do the right. So we're going to come back and come into our downward dog and just pause and be in between our warrior, okay? Because we're going to do the other side, but just give us the second. Notice how you feel. Notice if there's any parts of your body that are tense or loose. And just take a moment to just breathe into that. All right. Belly, chest, and head rise 1 step at a time. Come back right behind your chair. This time, mountain pose on the right side. Right arm lifts up, reaches up high. Roll that shoulder away from the ears. Mountain pose, soften those knees. All right, we're holding on with our left hand to the chair. We're going to take our right foot, take it back. Start to soften our left knee down so that we're in a lunge position. Knee stacked on top of the ankle. The right foot is at a 45-degree angle. Bump that left hip back, bring that right hip forward, squaring the body, warrior 1. Again, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the thighs. Only go as far as you can go when it comes to the range of your width with your legs. There's no really right or wrong way to do this, as long as your knee is stacked on top of your ankle and you're not running over or to the left or the right. You really want to just go for form here. Open up, come into warrior 2. Either warrior 2 holding the chair or warrior 2 with your arms extended. Again, completely active muscles, every muscle working for our best interests. So engage those, all the lower parts of the body, like the thighs and the belly and the glutes. We're going to do our reverse. So I bring your shoulder down, bring your hand down, sky flip the hand and then lift up. The right hand comes to the thigh, the left hand goes up into the sky, or the left fingertips touch the chair. Reverse warrior. Then breathe. Come back into warrior 2. Pivot around, come into warrior 1. That right hand is up, left hand is on the chair. And bring both hands back to the chair. Bring your right foot to meet your left. All right, come back into our downward dog. Just about 2 steps back, 1 or 2 steps back. Soften those knees. You're not completely extended out. Your head is resting on top of the chair. 1 more breath. And slowly walk up, belly, chest, and then head. You can lift up those heels and drop them back. And then we're going to gently come back into our seat, taking our time to walk around. Come into that sitting pose. Let's go through a flow once we all meet. So let's give us all a second. Just take a few breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, let's go through that flow. Arms rise, reach up, lift up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Last one, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. Look up, gaze up. Bring those hands down by the side or onto the thighs. I'm going to offer you the opportunity to do any pose that you like for the next 30 seconds. If you just want to get ready for Savasana, you can do that, but you're welcome to do anything. Breathe in and breathe out. Yeah, go for it. Whatever you feel like might be missing. And I'm just going to sit still so you listen to your body. Maybe even close your eyes, look within. And then when you're done, come to this resting pose, the seated resting pose. If you like to lean your back body on the chair, you can. Otherwise, you can just sit up straight, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the belly, relaxing the legs, the feet, and breathe. Continue to just embrace your savasana. You earned it. This is the moment that you arrived at. You did all the hard work to be here, to earn this space, this breath, in a way that you can relax and congratulate yourself on a job well done. You're welcome to stay in Savasana as long as you like by leaving this session out. Otherwise, we will close class together. When you're ready, you can wiggle your toes and your hands. Take in a few breaths to help you reset yourself as you gently allow light to come into your eyes. And thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day, and namaste. Thank you. Thank you so much.